You know, all of us have some kind of problem, some kind of situation that's going on with us, whether it's financial, relationship, whatever it is, right? And we have to deal with it the best we can when we can. But this video here that you're about to watch is these young ladies that was brought up in the system, and now they're out on Figueroa selling their self for money. And this is very difficult to even watch, but this is what they're doing. So let's get into this video, and I'll see you in a little bit.
I chose to be a ladies' man.
And how would you describe your childhood?
I would describe my childhood as coming up in the inner city. You know, that makes it look cute. I would say the ghetto. But in my early childhood, you know, I was really blessed. My father, you know, he took me from my mother at an early age because they had split up. And my father had a restaurant, 3 buildings, ice cream parlor. So, you know, I was spoiled at a very early age, you know. So I used to come and spend the weekends with my other sisters and brothers and bring them potato chips and candy and ice cream from my father's store. But when he passed, and then I had to come live with my mother, and here it is, 7 of us in the house, you know, ain't no money, had to figure that out for ourselves. That was my early childhood.
Did you have role models that kind of showed you this game, pimping?
Role model? No, it wasn't no role model. It's like, you know, the kid in the suburb would see doctors and lawyers coming out the house. Me sitting on the porch, I seen dope dealers and pimps come out the house with 3, 4 girls, sharp, dressed in suits with diamonds and getting in a big flashy car. I said, that's how I want to be when I grow up.
So you've been doing sex work since when?
For like 8 months.
Oh, you're pretty new at this.
I wouldn't say that's new.
How'd you get introduced to it?
I always wanted to do this.
You always wanted to do it? Mm-hmm. Since what age?
Since I was like 15.
Really? Where did you first see it?
I don't remember. I just always, like, I wrote in my diary I wanted to do this.
Really?
And then my parents found it, yeah.
Wow. You found a pimp to help you with that? To get you into the game? And what's your experience been since you've been doing it?
It's better now.
Is it what you thought it was, getting into it?
Mm-hmm.
How is it different than what your idea, your fantasy was of what it would be like?
I just thought like I'll get beat all the time and shit like that, but it's not like that.
No?
Because I listen like Frosty and all that.
Yeah. And then I would start to like, so the guy that used to like molest me and would start hitting me if I was telling anyone. So he had sisters that were there as well. And one time I was just venting to them about being afraid of the dark, and he was like, she was like, well, you know, my brother really likes you a lot. So if you're ever afraid, you know, you can always call him for help and he would do anything for you. So that's when I started to equate love and abuse together synonymously. So I was like, okay, well, maybe people develop like these strong feelings for you that they can't control themselves, so they'll beat you up or hit you. And so I was just like, I kind of was a little flattered. Yeah.
And do you charge more because you're younger?
No, I charge regular price.
And
Well,
when
not regular price.
When you get a guy in the room or in a car date, do you?
I break on them for more money.
More money? How do you get more money?
Yo, time up. You gotta give me some more money or get the fuck out. Dead homies. Stay like that.
Really?
You gotta give me some more money or you gotta get out. One or the other.
So
most likely they end up paying. All of them end up paying. I know most likely. All of them put that fee in my hand for that more time because the punani is good over here. Y'all bitches need to go get checked up.
you get guys that are regulars?
Huh?
Do you get regulars?
Yep, I got a lot of regulars.
Yeah.
Out here in Oakland, I get regulars everywhere I go. Look at me. I'm light skinned. You might go with this pimp, like my first turn off folks, they were wonderful. You know, they treated me right. I always like had everything I wanted. I always gave him everything he wanted. It was always a mutual feeling. It was just that things started happening. I started getting my emotions involved, and I feel like in this game, this is not for emotions to get involved. So I had to like disconnect myself from that situation before it became something it wasn't supposed to be, because this is really all about business.
What do you charge for a date?
Like $20 to $30. Sometimes it depends on who you are. If you're real cute, I'll suck you up for 5 or 10. You know what I mean? I do that all the time.
And you have oral sex or intercourse? Or
Everything. I do everything. Well, I just started having sex on the blade. I call it the blade. So I just started having sex on the blade.
And where?
Before I just gave head.
Got it. And where do you go to do this? In the car, or do you go to?
We go to alleys. It's real scary because I feel like I'm dodging a murder. So
Yeah, you are.
it gets scary.
But even still, you know, when you get, you might feel like it's safe, and then you get in the car and it's not, you know. There's been plenty of girls who've been gone missing, and, you know, I could have been one of them girls, you know, but luckily I was brave enough and had a fast reaction to what to do next, you know, to get out of that situation.
Do you recall the first time? You were 13 when you started, right?
Yeah.
Do you recall the first time you did this?
The first time I did this, I was scared. I was on 66th and Fig, and you feel me? I didn't know what a pimp was. I didn't know what a hoe was. I just knew what Fig was. So I had a friend telling me about it. So we go on Fig, and the whole time this pimp, I'm thinking like he trying to be my boyfriend or something, but it's not even that. He's hopping out the car on me and stuff. I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, why is he getting out the car on me? I'm thinking you have to snatch me up and stuff, but they can't touch you. And if they do, then something gonna happen unless they get away. But I didn't know what was going on. And the guy, another pimp drove past, and he was like, well, you out of pocket. What do you expect him to do? And I was like, what's out of pocket? You know, because I didn't know what that was. And my HP, she told me, she was like, out of pocket is when, you know, but I didn't have no pimp at the time. But out of pocket is when you feeding into a pimp and his ism and stuff, and feeding into everything he's saying, paying attention to him. If you give him a little bit of attention, that's out. They're gonna keep turning the corner. They're gonna keep doing everything, and they're not gonna stop until you either leave, or if you don't leave, obviously you like the attention, you know. So I learned to stay in pocket, you know.
And you work in the streets. How long have you been doing that?
Since I've been put in the system, so since about 14.
Really? Who told you that was a way for you to make money?
Shit, me, it's been the easiest way. I'm from the projects. I've been busting this cooch cat open. Might as well get some money for it. Shit.
So you knew this was
yeah, I knew it was a thing. Yeah.
And this was South Central you grew up in?
Mm-hmm.
You have a pimp that introduced you to this?
No, I do not have a pimp. I do not have a pimp. It's just
you do this
me.
on your own?
Yeah.
You're 17.
Yes,
you,
it's been
you talk
easier.
and look like you're older than 17.
Yeah, well, when you've been on a track for some time, you get experience. Like, you get used to shit. Like, you know what comes with it. It get easier over time.
Where do you stay at night? Where do you sleep?
I stay with my sister.
Your sister?
Yeah.
She's older?
Yes.
What does she think of you doing this?
She just want me to be safe, honestly. Like, that's pretty much it. Like, she know I'm gonna do what I do, and anything anybody have to say, I really don't give a fuck about, because ain't nobody really putting no money in my pocket. So, yeah, I just do me, but she just want me to be safe.
Did she try to talk you out of it or anything like that?
Sometimes she tell me like I could do better and get a job, start looking for jobs and stuff, but a job paycheck I can make in a day. So I don't really be going for it.
And it's dangerous as well, right?
Yeah, very dangerous.
Have you had things happen to you?
Yeah, quite a few. Like with us, we're told not to get in the car with younger age dudes. For the simple fact, like a lot of the younger age dudes now portray themselves to be pimps when they're really not, or they'll rob us or try and kidnap us. My last few situations, I got in the dude's car. It was a pickup truck at that, car seat in the back. So I'm not thinking anything of it. We go down the dark street, go and do our date, and halfway through the date, I felt something metal on my back. And I turned around and the dude had a gun to my back. So of course, like I panicked, freaked out. I started trying to open the door. He had child locked the doors. I tried like banging out the windows, and that ultimately ended in him like telling me that if I didn't shut up and stop banging on the windows, that he was gonna kill me right there. So I had stopped and I just let whatever happened happen. He ended up throwing my phone out the window, parking somewhere else, took off the condom, raped me and robbed me for everything I had made that night. And I had to go and tell my pimp at the time what had happened. And he's like, oh, I don't care, still go out there and make your trap.
He's sending you back out there?
Yeah.
But where's your father?
I don't know. He's weird. I called him, my dad, he's a pimp. And I feel like he don't care because he's a pimp. And he already look at hoes like, you feel me? But my dad, he a gang member. He still be outside. He still be fucking with bitches and stuff, but he don't care about me. Like I called him, when did I call him? I called him in July, like right before I got my braces. And I'm like, Dad, can you come get me? He like, nah, I don't got time for your bullshit. And I'm like, I'm for real. He like, nah, I don't got time. And I'm like, but I'm for real. Like, can you at least take me home? Can you call my mama or something? He like, nah. And I'm like, all right. So I hung up. And I'm like, okay, he don't give a fuck. My mama don't give a fuck. So I don't give a fuck.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Okay, well, to start this out, you know what I'm saying? We have rules and regulations that we have to stand by to be with him. And the basic rules and regulations of his program is you say yes and no. You call him daddy at all times. You walk behind him and, open doors and stuff for him. Wait for him to get out the car before you get out the car. And you don't look at no players, no niggas whatsoever. You have to respect him at all times because he puts his hoes on pedestals, you know what I'm saying? So he treats us like queens, so we gotta treat him like a king. Never show no weakness to no hoe, never lie, always keep it real. Never, don't steal, I'm telling you from my mistakes. So, always keep it real, Because he don't lie, he don't cheat, he give it to you in a row. Right. With everything. Right. And if you have a problem with anything, you best believe he can solve it for you, because every problem I had, family, health, whatever, it was solved, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing, you know how people say shit's not, it's impossible? It's no such thing with him. Isn't it, Kay? He solves every problem.
Okay, I had the nice ones, I had some weird ones, I had some very crazy ones, like I had ones that tried to kidnap me.
Are they mostly Mexican?
Yeah, most of them are Mexican, white guys, mostly Mexican, a lot. I don't really date black guys. That's not really my thing.
And what's the reason the girls will not date black guys?
Girls don't want to date black guys, honestly, because one, that they act very aggressive. Two, they want to manhandle you. They want to treat you like that they're really your property. Just because we do this, that don't make me your property just because you gave me money for some sex. I'm not your property. And, you know, I'm going to be honest. Nobody wants a big penis all in their vagina. So, boop, that kills it.
These young ladies are relying on the streets to help them with their finances and they're paying their rent, their kids. And that's got to be pretty heavy. Selling your body like that, tricking, just to get over. Oh man, that's pretty difficult to watch, yeah. And they young, those are young girls, very young. And they think, well, some of them think that that's all they know. Check that. That's all they know. So anyway, oh man, that's hard to watch. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to the channel, LMAC00 on YouTube. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.